that's why we say that y'all are colorists, because y'all are so quick to resort to violence with dark-skinned women. Y'all don't view dark-skinned women as supple human beings. Stop acting like a bitch, in the words of Nene Leakes. How dare you say that you have beef with a woman? But Wendy is dark-skinned. She's also Nigerian, and so y'all think that she's just supposed to be tough and strong. Peter would have never came at Giselle like that. Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome back to the Medusa Show. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let's just jump right on into it. Now, listen, hold on, wait a minute. I have to let y'all know, I don't usually talk about my personal life, but for those who do not know, I am pregnant. I am 31 weeks pregnant, and I had a little scare over the weekend, okay? That I thought your girl was going into early labor. Okay, so with that being said, I can't be hollering and screaming and going scene by scene. I can't do that. So we're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna just because there's really only about 2 or 3 things that I want to discuss. Okay, I'm not interested in Ashley Darby and that fake ass divorce. I'm not interested in a child. I'm not interested in none of that shit. Okay, any of these dumbass. I'm not interested in these rumors that they got going on with Candace's Chris touching up on these women's butts and all this other stupid allegations that I do not believe. I'm not interested in none of that. I want to talk about the fight. That's what I came here to talk about. F all. I'm trying not to curse. We only a minute in. F all the stuff that happened. There was a lot that happened in this episode. We'll get to it when I have time. But right now, I only have time to talk about this here fight. I only have time to talk about colorism on the show, and I'm gonna briefly tug on Monique's wig because really and truly, she's the reason for all this bullshit to begin with. And let's just start off with her. Let me tell you something, Monique. I really don't like this woman. I really don't. And it's one of those situations where I try. You know how, and I think that's the part that bothers me. It feels good to let the curse words out, because sometimes curse words are reserved for circumstances such as this. Monique, this is all your damn fault. First of all, let me say this. I don't appreciate y'all comparing Monique's situation with Candace to Wendy's situation with Crater Face. Okay, it's 2 completely different situations. And I'm gonna break the shit down for you. Okay, because Miss Wendy was really being threatened. Her life, as far as I'm concerned, her life was in danger. You threw water on me. You throwing your purse at me. You are trying to make physical contact. Candace never threatened Monique. Candace never threw no projectile object at Monique. You can argue that she provoked her, and if that's, and see, only lazy, that's such a lazy argument. Okay, she provoked you. To me, that's just a reason, that's just a low vibrational reason for you to resort to violence, because you're not in control of your actions. A bitch can't now it's a little different when it comes to that Kenya Moore provoking. I get it to a certain extent. You can't antagonize people and keep on pushing people to the limit, poking the bear, but that's not what Candace did. Candace said in response to Monique threatened and communicated a threat to Candace. Okay, let's be very clear. Monique is the one who started off threatening Candace when she said, bitch, I will drag you pregnant and all. Monique also threatened to unalive Candace after she assaulted her. Yes, assaulted her. Yes, attacked her. Yeah, we're using all the legal terms. You know what I'm saying? Miss me with that hood rat bullshit. I don't even like to use terminology like that. It's very, I don't care to speak that way, especially in regards to Black women. But it's some of y'all that deserve, and that title is warranted to you, and Monique is one of them. She's fucking this. You resorted to violence with someone that you called your friend, with someone who was not communicating any threats to you. You were not defending yourself. It's not like your life was in danger. Wendy, on the other hand, Wendy was the child. She barely defended herself. I'm a little torn. We're gonna get to it, but Wendy is on the defense. Water was thrown at me. Okay, your purse is being thrown at me. You're putting your fingers in my face. Candace never did none of that shit to Monique. So I don't appreciate them being compared to one another. Okay, All right. Whew. And I'm gonna get back to that raggedy hoe in a minute because I could drag her all day and night. But I ain't gonna waste too much time on her because, like I said, these are precious moments. Okay, listen, I ain't got time. Do y'all want to start at the fight, or should I? This is why I wish I had a live audience because it's like, do you want to? Should we start at the fight, or should we start to what led up to the fight? Because quite frankly, I don't even understand how we got to fighting. All jokes aside, right? When I was watching Housewives of Potomac, my internet went out. Child, something happened. My fiance was downstairs rummaging with something. Something happened. A shortage was out, so the internet went out. I'm watching it live, and I'm like, oh my god, like what's going on? Because I watch it from my computer, so I'm like, oh my god, like this is right before. This is when they're sitting at the table, and Mia is like, so Peter tells me that he has beef with you. Okay, let's start there. Right? Let's start right there. Bitch, why the fuck do you have beef with a woman? I'm so glad that Wendy said that. I don't beef with men. Immediately out the gate, Mia goes, Wendy, don't get cute. Who the fuck are you talking to, Mia? I'm a grown. What you mean, don't get cute? Is that your nigga? Why are you getting so defensive over Peter Thomas? Is that your man? Like, I don't understand. So right then and there, I was taken aback. I was like, I was already on Wendy's side, but I wanted to give Mia a chance. I'm like, okay, let's see, maybe Wendy, because I know Wendy got a smart mouth. Wendy got a mouth on her. Her mouth she reminds me of an even more intelligent version of New York, Tiffany Pollard. So, I could see her saying something to the girls and really getting them really bent out of shape. And so I'm like, well, let me see what the girl said to her. Let's give it a chance, child. And she basically was like, okay, so Mia goes, I got beef with you. And no. Peter has beef with you. Peter says he has beef with you. Peter, if you don't sit down and go work on that beer belly and get the fuck out of my face, Peter and his belly can go somewhere, okay? Stop acting like a bitch, in the words of Nene Leakes. You always in women's business. How dare you say that you have beef with a woman? You are a grown ass mother effing man. Like, girl, sit your ass down. And you for a Jamaican nigga, you're quite effeminate. Like, most Jamaican niggas that I know, they be chilling, they don't be in women's business like that. They be in women's business, but not in their business. You feel me? So yeah, you a bitch for that. But we all knew Peter, and see, that's exactly why Wendy didn't want to go into business with you to begin with. Wendy didn't Cynthia sue you for some unresolved funds, insufficient funds, bitch? Stop playing, okay? So let's not act like you have the best reputation. Didn't you get arrested for some fraudulent checks, and bouncing checks and having them checks bounce that ass? Wendy didn't want to mess around with her money. Like, I wouldn't go into business with you anyway. You need to just be happy that you was able to promote the show. Take your little promo and take your bald head ass on and gone. Peter, I used to like you, but after this episode, you over here causing mess. But I can't even give Peter too much because the person who is really to blame is that bald head ass, crater face ass, rocks, handsome Squidward face ass Mia. She the one that took the shit too far. And Mia was looking for a reason to fight Wendy, and you wonder why we talk about colorism on the show, because y'all are so quick to resort to violence with dark-skinned women. But that's why we say that y'all are colorist. Y'all don't view dark-skinned women as supple human beings. But you can contain yourself when it comes to a light bright hoe like Giselle, because Giselle knows her privilege too. Giselle knows that she gets hit, the law gonna be on the side, because she's looked at. She's closer to a white woman than anything. Yes, she's a black woman, but she's still adjacent to whiteness. And so the law and the American law is going to be, it's going to protect her. The American law don't protect dark-skinned women the same way it protects light-skinned women. It just don't. Let me get back to Mia's face, Crater Face, right? Okay, so Crater Face is like, I heard he got beef with you. Wendy responds appropriately and says, I don't beef with men. Immediately, Mia, well, don't get cute. That's my brother. Da 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 da. Girl, you sound like, it sounds like are you fucking this man? That's what it sounded like. You getting real defensive over him. He's like, I don't beef with no man. Whoop de whoop. And so he's like, so she's getting all defensive. So that's when my power went out. Okay, my power then went out right at this point. So I'm like, damn. So when my power came back on, Wendy was already a little wet. So I was like, fuck. I didn't see what Mia said to her that led to her drinking water. So I go back this the next day. I go back and I finally get to see it, and I'm like, girl, Wendy didn't even say nothing to you. Wendy was like, so she says, okay, I don't beef with men. Mia goes, okay, don't get cute, whoop de whoop whoop. And then she just was like, no, I mean, that's not how I get down. If he wants to talk to me, let him talk to my husband. If he has beef with me, then he needs to speak to my husband. He not beefing with me. He not about to address me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman. I'm a supple, delicate woman. Okay, as the fuck she should. I know that's why Wendy, but when Wendy is dark skinned, she's also Nigerian, and so y'all think that she's just supposed to be tough and strong. That's Peter would have never came at Giselle like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would have came at Robyn like that either. I don't know why, but hey, I will. Anyways, no, he might come at Robyn because Robyn's very masculine, despite her light skin and light eyes. She's okay. That she's still a wide back linebacker asshole. So he might size her up like a man because she has very big dick energy. That's what she gives. Boom. So she's like, if he got a problem, he needs to speak to my husband. Whoop de whoop. And then Wendy was like, something. I mean, maybe that's how you and your husband get down, but me and my husband, we don't get down like that. Meaning that, like, because Mia was saying, well, it's business. And so Wendy is like, nah, like, business my ass. I'm still a lady at the end of the day. If he coming with that beef shit, like we in the streets, then no, he needs to come and speak to my husband. Maybe y'all get down like that, but I don't. All of a sudden, this simple-minded hoe going to throw some water in her face. Now, listen, if that water would have really touched my face and really, like, she missed. Let's start there. She missed. The water almost hit her. But, I mean, it got, like, a little bit on her hair. But, like, if that water would have splashed in her face, all bets is off. Like, that's some humiliating, degrading ass shit. Imagine somebody throw a thing of water in your face. Hey, Quad, like, that shit is fucking. I don't know how Quad was able to compose herself when Lisa Nicole did that, because it would have been. But I get it though, because on the other hand, it's like, I'm glad I get it. That's that respectability politics bullshit that I ain't got time for. Me and Mia would have been tussling. Fuck that. Any of that water would have got on me. I don't care if it's just water. That's disrespectful as fuck. You messing up my makeup. She said, when he said, that's okay. I got that wet and wavy. I know that's right, bitch. She handled it. And so then Wendy, how y'all think Wendy handled it? I think Wendy's back was up against the wall. So it's not really much that she could have done anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just she really was between a rock and a hard place, because it's like, bitch, I'm this astute, accomplished Black woman. Okay, all these degrees, and I didn't made that a part of my brand as like the woman with the 4 degrees, John Hopkins, CNN, bitch. Like, this is what I'm giving. Or was it Georgetown? Whichever one school. Whichever them white ass predominant, prestigious schools that she graduated from in DC. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And now I'm over here giving love and hip hop. I got my fingers in her face, and it's just not a good look for these women specifically. But I'm not against defending yourself. I don't give a fuck how it looked. And that's why I don't fuck with Monique, because Monique was not defending herself. Monique was the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? That situation. So Mia goes and gathers herself after she throws the water for no reason. For no reason. You see a pattern being developed of these y'all getting bucked with dark skinned women for no reason. You see that, like, it never warranted that. So she throwing, but again, she feels empowered to do that. She would never throw a drink at Mia, because Mia would never throw a drink at Giselle, because Giselle would make it her duty to get her fired. Okay, cool. Then fast forward, what happened? I think Mia goes to get herself together, and then she comes back. And Wendy is pissed, and she's still talking her shit, popping her shit. And she's like, oh, what kind of weak ass B? throws water in somebody's face on the behalf of another man, I agree. You know, like, which makes me want, like, it's like, what is going? And I mean, let's not act like Mia has not been alluding to sleeping with her friend. I don't even know the girl's name. And why is she here? Why is she here? Why did she agree? Like, this is some frenemy shit. Because even though Mia was treating her like shit, the girl was also talking about Mia when she walked away. It's like they have like this really weird relationship. Well, child, when you got friends like that, who needs enemies? And I can't. I don't have time. I hate girls, women who, I'm gonna call them a girl because that's how they act. They act, even though they are grown ass, childbearing ass. Like, these are that's somebody's mama acting like that. I don't know what her name is. Mia's friend. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mia's friend. Her little tag along, her flunky. You know, Mia's over here like just completely sunning her, making her out to be like, talking to her like she's a little girl, talking about how she keeps on, just airing her business out, talking about how she's always borrowing her stuff. It's like, Mia, you act like you're still in foster care. It's weird. Like, Mia acts like she's still in foster care, and Giselle acts like she's still on the sorority in college. Like, and still pledging at whatever age at Hampton. Like, girl, get over yourself. I have to pee. Oh, all right, I'm back. Mia will do anything to get to the top. Like, she don't know nothing about sisterhood, kinship, community. Like, Mia don't know nothing about this. Y'all need to get Mia's volatile ass up off the show for real. Like, it's but they probably not. But they not. But I really hope that, y'all give them the same treatment. I'm gonna need the same treatment that was displayed to Monique. See, Monique, you denied there being any colorism on the show, but now here you are experiencing it because they tried to portray you as a big, ferocious, scary black woman. You saw them light skinned women, that's how they did you when you was running around saying how you was gonna kill Candace and all that other shit. Yeah, that part. I mean, it wasn't a far it wasn't an inaccurate depiction. I wouldn't describe you as ferocious, but you was definitely running around acting like a goddamn maniac and a fool and violent and like high off of some shit. I'm not saying that that's what you do. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you. Fucking drunk, driving into ditches and shit. Anyways, the whole time, Robert Bartholomew Dixon, shout out to T.S. Madison, is like, wow, you're really antagonizing her. That's bitch, is that the only word that you know? You fucking uneducated miscreant. Shut up. You're really antagonizing. This is really antagonistic. She didn't even use the word antagonistic. She just said antagonizing. You're really antagonizing. Oh my God, you're so antagonizing, dumbass bitch. Like, go read a book. Go get a thesaurus and learn some more words. You ignorant. You're trying to read, but you can't read. That's why you ended up hollering and screaming. When Robyn gets frustrated, she just starts foaming at the mouth, hollering and screaming, clapping her hands like a goddamn otter, and it's just like, yes, Wendy, you are the one. You are the winner. Just like when she got mad at Karen and was hollering and screaming at her at that convention, and she was like, liar. Like, Robyn is so whack. She's so whack. And I'm sorry, like, you should never delight in people's demise. But every time I just think she does not deserve, she doesn't deserve happiness. Like, because she's such a whack ass bitch. I feel bad for her kids. I do. I do. It sucks to have, like, your mama ain't shit. Your mama's weird as fuck. You see how she conducts herself every Sunday afternoon, every Sunday evening. You see your mother making a complete ass out of herself. This is the same woman that literally like pretended to pleasure herself. Like she's weird. Robyn is whack as fuck, and Giselle is whack as whack too, because they are birds of a feather. Like, what do Robyn and Giselle talk about? Robyn is antagonizing Wendy and just acting an ass. What else happened? Takes her phone out and is recording it. I'm glad Karen finally was like, please, Robyn, please stop. Karen is really the only voice of reason. I'll give it to her, even though I do think that she has her ways with her. But I'll give it. Karen tries her best to be neutral, except for when it comes to Charisse. But at this point, I don't really care about what's going on with her and Charisse. Listen, Karen has a reason not to like Charisse because Charisse be telling her business. Like, you don't have a marriage, and so now you're trying to ruin my marriage. Like, you go spend your ex-husband's money and stay the fuck about my business. I'm sorry, I wouldn't fuck with Charisse if I was Karen either. Wendy proceeds to she wasn't antagonizing, but she proceeds to react to the water being thrown on her. So after Mia returns to the table, because I guess it's like, Mia, are you not embarrassed? Are you not tired of being embarrassed? She comes back to the table. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna eat my dinner at my table because blah blah blah. Because I guess the scene didn't go the way she expected. I don't know what she thought she was doing. Like, I don't know. So she comes back to recoup, and Wendy is still talking trash or whatever. And so then she says, like, oh, again, she just starts swinging out of nowhere. Like, you got one more time. Wendy, you have one more time. You have one more time. And starts swinging her purse. Child. And once again, the dark skinned woman's back is up against once again, the dark skinned woman's back is up against the wall, and she is forced to defend herself, and she's forced to also uphold this respectability politics bullshit. It's so annoying. Like, it's the same song and dance every season. Y'all keep on putting dark skinned women in vulnerable positions and then trying to like hyper focus on their reaction and like, well, you're antagonizing her and you're doing this and you're doing that. And it's just like, no, like, you guys are setting them up to react this way. You guys don't do it to Robyn. You don't do it to Giselle. You don't do it to Ashley. You only do it to dark-skinned women. And that's why the colorism on this show is so strong. Yeah, y'all treat dark-skinned women as if they're disposable. And that's why it's so easy for y'all to do this to them. Karen, this is why I think that Karen, rumor has it that you said that Wendy doesn't fit. She doesn't fit in on the show. Why doesn't she fit in? What about Wendy? What? She's classy. She's that girl. like, what? Because she's dark skinned. That's the only thing that's like a big difference visually from the rest of the cast. The fuck? Like, y'all, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Like, and I think the reason why, people ask, like, well, why do you guys always talk about colorism on Housewives of Potomac? And it's because it's so prevalent. Because you guys refuse to put any y'all waited 5 seasons or 4 seasons to get some dark-skinned women onto the show, however long it took. And ever since they've been you've been treating them like shit and like getting, resulting to violence. Even Ashley's simple-minded colorist ass was able to at least at the bare minimum say how unnecessary it was for me to get like that with Wendy. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like y'all are really trying to get dark-skinned women off the show. And so y'all put them in these, again, like I said, you put them in these vulnerable positions because you're not supposed to fight. But, and like, that's the thing. It's like, so is Mia going to get taken off the show because she can't control herself? She over here talking about, look at my nail. So I broke my nail. Who broke your nail? You broke your nail. Acting a fool. Wendy didn't break your nail. Wendy didn't even touch you. It's just, it's ridiculous. Housewives of Potomac. You did it again. I'm so happy, guys. I'm glad that I'm back. A bitch is back. Even when she's down, she's always here. So yeah, please comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode. Let me know how you feel about the review. Make sure you like this video, share this video, and I will be back for some more. Deuces. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.